welcome to your RE lesson today, our wonderful world. Okay, so today we're going to be exploring different religious accounts of the creation of sky and heaven. So before we continue, okay, I need to move my picture. I might just put myself right up here. Oh, that wouldn't be sensible, how would it? I'd have to go over this little girl's face. Never mind. So, religions and cultures have different ways of explaining how the world was created. I wonder if you can remember, what did the Jewish, Muslim, and Christian faith say? Because they were very similar, weren't they? That's why I put those three together. And what did the Hindu faith say? Can you remember those 4 different ways that the world was created? Pause the video here, have a chat with the person in the room. Okay, what did you decide? Could you remember? Could you recall those key parts? So let's have a little look here. So Jews, Christians, and Muslims all share the same creation story, and they believe that God created everything and everyone. Can you remember that? So it went over a period of a few days, and something different was created each day. And I think my favourite part of the Muslim story was having all the different coloured soils that created all the people in the world. I really liked that. That's my favourite part, I think. And then in the Hindu creation story, Brahma appears in the flower that grew from Vishnu. Do you remember the lotus flower? And then Brahma creates everything and everyone. And the lotus flower grew from his belly button. Do you remember that? So very different there, creation stories. Okay, now some people believe in heaven and the afterlife. And the afterlife is what people think that when you die, what happens after you die. So many people believe that once you die, you go to heaven. And many people imagine that heaven is the perfect world. It's paradise. And when something's paradise, it's just beautiful. It's just delightful to look at. Everything is there that you need. Everything that you want is there. Everything is just absolutely wonderful. There's no worries there. There's no sadness there. There's nothing to make you feel upset or uncomfortable. It's just beautiful. And that's what a lot of people believe that heaven is. And often people believe as well that heaven is up in the sky. So this is something we're going to be discussing today. Okay. So first of all, how would you describe the sky? Okay, so you can have a look at the sky now if you wished, or you might want to Google a few pictures of different types of skies. And how would you describe it? And I want you to think about, how would you describe your heaven or your paradise? What would it look like for you? Okay, I'm going to come back to that a little bit later on. So pause the video here and we're just going to talk about this now. Okay, welcome back. So let's move on. I'm glad you've had that lovely chat there. So on the second day, God created the sky above the waters, and he called the sky heaven. And that's from the Jewish, Christian, and Muslim stories. This is just beautiful. A calm sea, just ripples, nothing major happening there. And this glorious colour in the sky, the pinks to the dark pinks, even slight purples, going right up to like dusky peach colours, into like really light colours, into like blue. I think it's just beautiful. That to me is definitely a paradise look, isn't it? When I look at that, I just feel really relaxed. How does that make you feel? When you look at that, what do you think? What do you see as well? Have a think about that. Okay. Now, this is a description. I'm going to have to put my video here, aren't I? This is a description from of heaven from the Bible. That's the Christian text. Okay. And this is what it says in that Christian text, the Bible. There were angels and people from all nations. That means from all over the world. They were wearing white and waving palm leaves as they sang. There were no hunger or thirst, and God wiped the last tears from people's eyes. What does that make you think? So that's the Christian's description of heaven. Or do you think that sounds like a beautiful place? What picture does it make you think in your mind? I imagine it there's like singing, and I imagine that everything is just white. There's no other colours, it's just white. And there's lots of bright light everywhere. But not like harsh bright light, like a nice, calming bright light. That's what I think. You might be different. Now, this is a description of heaven from the Muslim holy text, the Quran. Okay. Heaven is a garden that goods are promised. That means things are promised to you there. Beneath it flows rivers, there are unlimited fruits and lots of shade. In the seventh heaven, palaces are built from solid gold. Wow, that sounds very decadent, doesn't it? Sounds very beautiful. Again, calm and serene. And the fact that there's fruits everywhere. I really like the way they describe that there in the Quran. Oh, what do you think of when you hear that? What does it make you think of? Time to reflect on that. Okay, need to move this camera again. So this is from the Hindu text, the Vedas. Okay, so Brahma split the lotus flower. Do you remember the lotus flower came out of his tummy button? Into three. He stretched one part into the heavens and another part to the earth. And then the third part made the skies. So one was the heaven, one was the earth, and then the sky was in between. Okay, that sounds quite lovely as well, doesn't it? Yeah, does it give you a lot of detail there about what happens in heaven there? I wonder what does happen there. Can you imagine? Imagine lots of lovely things. Ah, here we go. Here we go. So this is a description of heaven from the Hindu Vedas. So we know that's how it was created. This is the description. The gods live in the many gardens of heaven. Oh, so there's lots of gardens there. There is no hunger or thirst, no heat or cold, no sadness or tiredness. There is no fear or old age. The people are all happy. So in the Hindu Vedas, they describe heaven as being a really lovely place where you're not scared, you're not hungry or thirsty, but it's not hot or cold, it's just balanced. I think that's what that's trying to describe. What does it make you think? Okay. Now, your activity today, children, you can choose. You can choose all three if you wish, or you can just choose one. You don't have to do them all. So I would like you to draw a picture to illustrate how heaven is described by Hindus, and I've put the description at the bottom, Muslims, and by Christians. Now you can choose which one you would like to do. You could do all three if you wish as well. But it'd be lovely to see your thoughts and your ideas of how you think heaven looks like. So that's your activity. I'd like you to pause the video here. I do need you to come back because there's a little bit more I want you to do. Pause the video. Have a go at that now. Okay, welcome back. So now people believe in heaven have lots of ideas of what it might look like. So you've just had a go at creating the heaven that the Christians or the Muslims or the Hindu people believe it looks like. But what do you think it looks like? What do you think heaven might be like? What do you think is there? What do you think you might find? What will it sound like? What will it look like? I really would like you to start to think about that. And I'd love it if you could draw me a picture. I'd love to see your pictures of heaven. Because heaven to some people, like we said earlier, is like a paradise, a fabulous place to go where everything is amazing. So what would that look like to you? Would it have unicorns there? Would it have soft clouds where we go to sleep? Would we have all the chocolate in the world? What would it look like to you? I'd love to see your pictures, year one, and I'm really looking forward to that. Now, you take care now, and I'll see you very soon. Bye now.